Yo guys, welcome back to a new video, and in today's video we are going to go through a surgery maxing tier list of all the surgeries, not all, but a lot of surgeries that you can get into. So we first start off with lower eyelid retraction. Lower eyelid retraction, in my opinion, is actually not that bad. The cost isn't that crazy. The results are fairly good, and there is no recovery time. So, I mean, I think there is a bit of a recovery time, but I don't think it's anything significant. I would put this at A tier immediately, simply because it fixes sclerosis, it fixes a droopy lower eyelids, which can make you be perceived as less tired, because you know how this stereotype with negative canthal tilt and droopy eyelids, people typically look very sad and depressed and quite frankly tired. So this fixes the issue altogether. It's a small fix to the issue with a pretty good cost, and the ROI is overall quite positive. Now we have Rhinoplasty. Rhinoplasty is, in my opinion, because this will be my kind of opinion for tier list, is going to be S tier. Now S tier, why? The cost isn't very bad. It's not that bad. Everybody gets it. Everybody gets a rhinoplasty. Women get it. Men get it. Like, everybody gets rhinoplasty. It works for everybody. The results are typically quite good. It's really rare that I see a rhinoplasty where it's not appealing. It doesn't look aesthetic. It's always gonna look good, and it also can improve some nasal, like some function. Make you breathe better. Like, some people get rhinoplasty whenever they have like a deviated septum. So that's also another option. Like, for functionality, it also improves function. So it's S tier. It's really nothing. It's really something that, if you have a feeling that you don't like your nose, it can easily be fixed. Deep voice deepening. So I think this surgery refers to the hertz of your voice. So, for example, I think my voice is around 100 hertz. It's nothing crazy. It is a deep voice, but it's nothing out of this world deep. Like, I wouldn't need this kind of surgery. But if your voice is like 150 hertz, like soy level voice, then this could be beneficial. The cost is like, I think, 5 to 10K. I would put it as a B tier, simply because it's not really to do with the face. It's not like a change of your face, like you have to speak for it to like be shown. The cost isn't that bad. The results are decent, and the that's really all there is to it. I think with the voice maxing surgery, the voice deepening surgery, it's decent. The Fort 1, the Fort 2, and the Fort 3. The Fort is basically the maxilla. They project the maxilla forward a little bit. I would put this at A tier. The cost is a little bit, it's a little costly, the Fort surgeries, but in general, it makes a great result. It gives a great look. It gives you more facial depth. It gives you more forward projection to your maxilla, which is the kind of the foundation of the face, and how attractive faces are. People who are very developed maxillas typically have good jaws and good attractive faces, right? So the maxilla is the foundation of your facial aesthetics. So you can't go wrong with this. It's a really important part of your face, and it's a little pricey, but it's worth it. It's worth the risk. The risk is very low. The price is a little bit high, but the reward is super exponential, and it's super good. Shoulder lengthening surgery, I think this is a D tier. You can just work out and you can get the same results as this surgery. Like, sure, you won't get like longer clavicles from working out, but you can make yourself look wider, your frame look wider, just from doing shoulder exercises, like for your deltoids, getting bigger deltoids, bigger shoulders. That can give you more width. So this is kind of a dumb surgery, because I'm pretty sure the cost is like 50 to 200K. It's just way too pricey. Like, unless you're some rich person who has like really bad deltoid width, there really isn't a point of doing this. It's just a very small ROI. MSC is, I mean, I don't know why it says face pulling here. Is he referring to like Fucking Oscar Patel, bro. I'm gonna assume this is MSC because of how the image looks like. I will put this at. I think A tier is a good. I think A tier is good. The risk is not really high, and the reward is really good. I think the price is around 5 to 10K, if I believe. The price isn't that bad. The results are good. It can give you some lateral projection to your cheekbones. It can give you a wider smile. It can also make your nasal you can breathe better with you have more nasal, like, you have wider nasal like holes, I guess. Overall, it's a pretty good. I'm actually myself getting it. I'm getting myself MSC. MSC is actually like so good in my opinion. Uh, I would put it S tier, but because it doesn't do much visually, like it won't ascend you a point. It won't even probably ascend you like 0.25 points. It won't ascend you much. It's just a nice base for hard maxing. If you have a plan, right? Which you can, by the way, get a good plan on my school community. I can help you get a good plan if you're looking to have a good. If you're looking to get into hard maxing, then I can help you in my school community. FYI, sorry for a shameless plug. um, MSC is good though. I think MSC is really good. I would put it A tier. Lip lift. Lip lift is low risk, medium reward, and I think the cost is also like low, like or medium. I think B tier. It's just like it's decent. It can give you some good results, but it's not gonna get you. It's gonna boost you a little bit, but not a lot. It won't be much of a. It won't be perceived as a lot more attractive as a lip lift. But it's not bad to get. Like it's like if you need it, if you have a thin upper lip, then it's like you could do it. Why not? Implants. I think implants are going to be at the top of A, in my opinion. I would even put it S tier, but the only reason why I wouldn't put it at S tier is because of the infection. You can get infections from implants, and that can ruin the look, and you would have to get them removed and then get them added back again. It's a bit of a hassle. Besides that, the price is around 5 grand to 10 grand as well. So decent price. It's not really expensive, and the results are really good. It can give you so much. It can give you a better, like a complete like Chad jaw. You can go for implants in your chin, for your jaw. It's even for cheekbones, people do it, but I don't recommend that personally. So it's a really good procedure to get. And typically implants are actually better to do with like something like the Fort and BSSO, like a jaw surgery. I think it's right here, the orthognathic surgery. Yeah, we'll get into that later though. Fat grafting, I would put this at S tier because it is very low risk, very high reward, and the price isn't very high either. And people typically get fat grafting. I don't know. I know it shows the fat grafting to be for body here, but the way I view fat grafting, it's mostly for the eye area. Most people are deficient in periorbital fat, like the upper eyelids and the lower eyelids. So if you lack fat there, this is an easy fix to a problem with not much cost and not much risk. And the reward is really, really high rewards. It can completely remove some kind of. It can actually like boost you like a half a point on a look scale. So I think it's a really good procedure to get. I would recommend it. I'm getting it myself probably for my under eye because I have a bit of hollowing on on my under eye. I have some permanent eye bags from just recessed infraorbitals, which is a implant that you can get as well. You can either get implants for the infraorbitals or fat grafting. They kind of do the same thing. So it's like infraorbital implants are permanent, of course, and fat grafting is permanent as well. But the only risk with fat grafting, I would say, is that if you lose weight or if you gain weight and you lose weight, I think the fat can go away, but I'm not exactly sure. Fillers, I think fillers in general is a D tier, but if you get fillers for a jaw and it's properly placed there, it can be A tier. I'm gonna put this at B tier because, like I said, it can be really good on your jaw, but it can be really bad if you get it on your cheekbones, if you get it on your lips. It can migrate. A big issue with fillers is or no, yeah, big issue with fillers is migration. Migration is a pain in the ass because you cannot remove migration. Once the migrated, like the fillers have gone into your cheeks, it's kind of over. You can't get rid of it no matter what. That's the downside of it. So I would put it at B tier, and it's temporary. So it's like temporary. It's not as not as costly, but it's a bit of a cope. Like it's a nice cope to a deeper issue. Botox. Botox is honestly like this procedure that people get when they're older usually. People who are young probably shouldn't be getting this. Like for most people that's watching this video, you shouldn't be getting Botox. This is no point. There is no point of getting Botox if you're young because you don't have any issues with wrinkles. Botox is mostly to do with wrinkles. People who are older, a lot of celebrities who are older, they get Botox to remove wrinkles or not remove wrinkles, prevent wrinkles. Sorry, prevent wrinkles. It can be helpful though if you have like something like this guy in the image where his eyebrows look quite high set and he doesn't want to activate the brow muscles, so he gets Botox to make them lower set because it's a muscle, the eyebrows are a muscle, and if you keep activating it, eventually it will kind of stay there like this, right? It will kind of stay. The eyebrows will stay high set, but if you relax the muscles, they will become lower set, and that's kind of what Botox does. It's just like removes the muscle function, so you can't use the muscle. But this can also be useful for like masseter muscle development. Like if your masseters are too developed, it can be a good fix, but it's rare. It's a rare case somebody that has too overdeveloped masseter muscles. So it's a B tier. Good rewards. The risk is not that high, but it's mostly for elderly. Buccal fat removal, I would put this at A tier. It's a great procedure to get. It has a bad reputation from people like Jordan Barrett who got it and looked super gaunt. I think the word I'm looking for, and super like uncanny looking and not human-like, alien-like. That is right. And a lot of women also to get it when they're super low body fat for some reason they get it and then they look like they're aliens. So it has a bad reputation. But if you have a bit of baby fat, which you can't get rid of, that is genetics. You can easily get buccal fat removal and it will look good. You can get a little bit of, take a little bit of buccal away and to get some hollowing on the cheeks, and it will actually look pretty good in general. The cost isn't that high, the risk isn't very high either, and the results are typically quite good. Brow lift is a simple C tier. As a man, I don't see why you need a brow lift. Even though like it can be like, no, I don't know, it doesn't. Why would you get a brow lift? It's not that needed for men in general. You can just shape them differently, I guess. It's the ROI is super low, the risk might be super low, but the results are bad, and if the results are bad, why? Just why would you get it? Chin wing osteotomy. Now, I'm not super familiar with chin wing osteotomy, if I'm gonna be honest. But I think from the image here, it can increase your ramus and it can fix your gonio angle a little bit and increase some chin forward projection. So it's actually not bad. I think the cost is a little bit, it's a little costly. Like in general, jaw surgeries are costly, but the ROI is still pretty good. It gives good results, and I think it's a B tier. I don't know much about it. It could be A tier, honestly. I could put it into A tier, but because of the cost, it's like I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't give it higher than like Lefort surgeries, because Lefort has to do with the maxilla or the mandible. You can kind of fix that with implants, anyways. You don't have to touch anything with that, or you can just get BSSO, which is just getting a Bimax or Trimax. So it's still a good surgery though. I would recommend. I would still say it's a good procedure to get. Now, orbital box osteotomy is an interesting one because over the last few months or years maybe even, it has become more popular because from what I'm aware of, before it used to be a surgery where they literally split your head not in half, but they open up your skull to fix the orbital asymmetry, because what it basically does, if you have really wide set or really close set eyes, this can be a fix to the problem to make the eye spacing, to make the eye separation ratio more ideal. So I would put this at like B tier because the risk isn't that crazy high, but it's still risky. I have seen botches of this. The fix of the problem is pretty good. It's a pretty good fix to the problem though. But you should only be doing this if your ESR is like 40% or 50%. Like if you have really bad eye spacing and really bad eye separation ratio. That's really only when you should be getting into this kind of stuff. And the only person who I actually know who does this now is giant implants, and he doesn't even do it from the way they did before. He has a new technology for orbital box osteotomy where he doesn't have to go into the skull. It's like implants kind of. He puts implants there, so it's B tier. Canthoplasty, I would put at A tier. It's a nice fix to a problem. The cost isn't very bad. The results are actually good. I think Canthopexy is very similar as well to Canthoplasty. So either Canthopexy or Plasty, they are both pretty good procedures to get. Low risk, high rewards, and decent price. So yeah, if you want like more positive tilted eyes, this is a good surgery to get into. And here we have a limb lengthening surgery. Now, limb lengthening surgery is probably the more popular one recently in the whole world, not just the Looksmaxxing community. I would put this A tier. It's a little pricey. It would be kind of B tier, kind of, but it has to be A tier because of just the results. They're so good. It affects to a a deep-rooted issue into your genetics, right? You can fix your, not genetics, but like it's a good fix to a problem. It's a good fix to a problem. So I think it's a A tier. I think it's A tier. It's a good result. The results are good. It's highly priced, and the risk is very low. The only reason why I wouldn't put it S tier probably is the price. It's like 80k plus. It's pretty expensive. Otherwise, it's a really good procedure to get if you're short. It fixes the problem. It fixes your insecurity completely. It will make you more confident. I guess the only other downside is like probably the recovery can be pretty bad. But it's like for 6 months, it's like worth it for a whole lifetime. So I don't see why you wouldn't be getting it. I really don't see why. If you're short, that is. So A tier. Liposuction. So why would you get liposuction when you can just lose fat? It's kind of like that. That's the way I imagine it. Because like this guy could have just lost weight and he would have gotten the same results. It's like, why would you just like not just lose weight? And like, it's a softmax. It's a really easy softmax just to lose weight. It's probably the most popular softmax you can think of. It's like, why would you get liposuction? There's no point. The ROI is super low. The results are probably not that great. The price probably isn't that bad either. But it's just like, why would you do it when you can just lose weight? Orthognathic surgery. Orthognathic surgery is probably an A tier as well. It's a bit pricey. Like, I think the ranges is like 20-30k, right? It's a little pricey, but the caveat is the results are phenomenal. It's so many good results. It's rare that you get botched, and if you get botched, you can always correct the issue that you got botched. So it's not game over if you get botched. And the price is the only bad thing about it, but the results are phenomenal and the risk is very low. So I think this is very standard A tier. I wouldn't put it S tier just because of the price. A lot of these things, like limb lengthening, orthognathic surgeries like Bimax and Trimax and implants, the only reason why I don't put them higher is infections and price. But otherwise, it would be S tier. Jaw surgery is also going to be an A tier. I don't see how it can be lower. It's like Chinwing and BSSO and Bimax. these are such. I mean, I don't know what's different between orthognathic surgery and the jaw surgery is. It's the same thing pretty much, you could say. Like the only thing I can imagine it being B tier is a price. But again, the price is worth paying for. The only reason why it would be not worth maybe is the recovery for these two. Like the recovery can be a little bit annoying since it's like 3 months to 6 months. You have to be, I think the first month for orthodontic surgery, you have to drink for like a first month. Like you can't chew. You have to like drink. So you can only like do liquids for eating food, which can be annoying. But again, the rewards are lifetime for these surgeries. They're lifetime and they give good results for the most part. The risk is quite low. The only reason why it wouldn't be a ace tier or why it would B tier is the price. So yeah, next up we have orbital decompression. This one is I think a C tier because let me explain. It's quite risky. It's actually riskier than orbital box osteotomy in some kind of ways because if you look at someone like Frank Defano, I think we all know this guy. He got botched from this stuff. I don't remember the surgeries that he got exactly, but he got like 4 surgeries in one, and one of them was orbital decompression, and he got botched. Which again, like, he's stupid for doing 4 in one surgery, but given the fact for orbital decompression, it fixes a pretty good issue though. Like it's fixes the bug eye look completely. It puts your 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 eyeballs in more deeper into your skull. The price, I don't know how much actually pricey it is. Let me check. How much is the price for this stuff? Orbital decompression. It's at 21K. Is that really all there is? Orbital decompression? I mean, bro, that's kind of good, isn't it? I think the price actually isn't that bad for what you get. It's kind of like a jaw surgery, but like for your eyes. But it can be risky because it's eye area, right? So that's the only the downside to it. The price is a little bit bad. The risk is also kind of bad. But yeah, it's a C tier. I think it's a center C tier. Like it's mid. It's a mid to low surgery, but it can be a higher reward, but it can also be a higher risk. It's a high risk, high reward. And it's only really done by people who really need it. Like, most people don't need this, Most people do not need this. It's a really small percent of people who actually need a orbital decompression. So most of the time, you won't need it. You probably only need fat grafts. So I would put it at C tier. Otoplasty is going to be A tier. Sorry, S tier. S tier. It's a quick fix to flared ears. As you can see, the flared ears problem, it makes you look a lot better in that sense, and it's a 10-year, like it's for 10 years. The whole, the results last for 10 years. So it's like, I'm pretty sure. Sorry about that. By the way, I'm pretty sure the risk is the price isn't that bad either. It's like 5K or like 3K. It's pretty cheap. It's very cheap, and 10 years of actual results, and the risk is like nothing, right? It's a quick fix to a problem. So this is a very easy S tier. And then lastly, we have hair transplants. I mean, do I have to talk about hair transplant or why it's good? Like, I think everybody knows by now, hair transplant is an immediate S tier. There isn't much risk at all. It's a great surgery. So many men do it nowadays. It fixes a good problem. It gives you hair, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's an easy S tier. I think everybody can agree with this. I think overall, this whole tier list has been pretty good, though. I think I can agree with everything here. Like, these are pretty, like the only reason why I put these S tier is the price. Same with, like, so Rhinoplasty, S tier. Fat grafting, S tier. Otoplasty, S tier. Hair transplant, S tier. Implants, A tier, yep. Lower eyelid traction, MSC, buccal fat, Cantho, limb lengthening, the voice deepening, fillers, yep. Yep, Botox. I mean, not Botox. Brow lift, orbital decompression is risky. Um, yeah, this is why. I think this is actually quite accurate, and I quite agree with this from what I've done myself. So yeah, that's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I'm pretty sure I agree with this. By the way, if you guys want to, like, again, if you guys want to ascend, if you guys need help with your own hard maxing plan, your own surgical plan, or soft maxing, hard maxing, whatever you need to improve, I have my school community open. It's a great way to improve your looks. I can help you with your own plan, with your own soft maxing and hard maxing stuff. I can give you guidance and everything in here as well. They all have two areas where they talk about soft maxing and hard maxing. So two categories for each single module for hair, eyes, eyelashes, eyebrows, whatever. Everything has soft maxing and hard maxing. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys want to talk to me in school, make sure to join, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.